Hey, I'm Amir Khan, and you're watching HoopJab.com.
I'm here with Teddy Atlas. This is right after the Mayweather versus Berto fight. Teddy, what'd you think about the fight?
I thought Floyd won. I thought he won handily. You know, he won it in Floyd style. You know, he does enough to win, a little more than enough tonight because it was very available to him. But he doesn't take chances to do more. You know, I think that if he was of that kind of cloth or that temperament, he would have stopped Berto. Berto was a guy you could stop. Which I thought he could, because I think Berto's legs are a little gone. But, you know, he's got plenty of heart, but his legs are a little gone. But, you know, Floyd does what he does. He lands shots, you know, gets ahead, and then instead of taking it to the next point, he goes into his defensive mode. Hey, can't argue with him. He's got a pretty good record.
He's insisting, and he's very serious about it, that he's retiring. Do you believe that he's retiring, and or do you think he really should?
He should do what he wants to do and what he feels like doing, what he's ready to do. You know, if he wants to spend time doing something else, he should do it. I mean, he's earned that right. He doesn't need the money, that's for sure. You know, I mean, it depends on where his passion is. If his passion's not in it, then he should retire. You know, I would, if you put a gun to my head and we are in a gambling place and you asked me to put a bet down, I'd probably put a bet down that he's going to come back. He's done it once before, and I can't see him leaving. You know, he likes a legacy. You know, he has an ego, which all successful people do, and I think it would be hard for him to leave that number 50 out there. You know, half a century is a pretty good number. I think he might want to come back and capture that number.
Are fights like Thurman and Khan, are those winnable fights still for him?
I think those are tougher fights than this. Those are the fights, you know, that I think if the public was still clamoring for something with Floyd, out of the ones that they have to choose, if you don't go up a weight class, they would choose Thurman. I think Thurman would be a lot more competitive than you saw tonight. You know, Thurman is younger, he's bigger, he's more athletic. He's got a, you know, he's not. I thought Berto's a little used up, to be honest, but And Khan, style-wise, would be a more difficult fight because of his hand speed and his length, his long arms. He'd be able to do things which would keep Floyd out of that counter-punching area.
Do you think that, like, with the storyline that's building, like, it kind of seems like there's a storyline building for a Pacquiao rematch with the shoulder injury, the IV thing that came out yesterday?
I hope not. I don't want to see it again.
You wouldn't want to go through that whole thing again?
Nah. No, I don't think the fans would either. You know, I think once was enough. It left a sour taste. Not just the shoulder and everything else, but you know what they charged the fans. It bothered me that they charged the fans $100 pay-per-view and charged them for the weigh-in. Couldn't even go to the weigh-in without paying. And then to see them, you know, Pacquiao's people taking selfies, you know, in the runway before the fight, knowing that they had an injury, you know, not a good thing. Not a good thing.